I love relationship. You know why? I just love harmony. I love when everybody gets along. It's my favorite thing, is just being close to other people and really being in tandem. Those bicycles built for two, that was a Libra thing. Two people go on the bicycle at the same time, they ride together. How fun is that? Then you never lose the other person because you're attached at the hip. Twins. I like that concept. Or getting married. I just love the notion of marriage. You get married and you stay married for the rest of your life. That's like a Libra dream. I've been studying relationship, and I study all kinds of them. People that work and people that don't work, and oh my God, there's so many kinds of relationships, and there's so many kinds you can have and not have, and they sometimes work and sometimes they don't, and I'm fascinated by it. I love it, and that's why Libras are lawyers, and they often are divorce lawyers, because there's so much work. I mean, people get in relationships, they get in and out, they come in and out, just go on and on and on. That's my fascination. I love relationship. It's so interesting who gets along and who doesn't. Have you ever noticed that? You really want it to work and then it doesn't really work, and you really wish it worked, and oh my God, there's so many things to think about, and should you harmonize, should you compromise, and oh my God, and should you give the person, no, maybe you should only do compatibility, or maybe opposites attract, maybe they really don't attract, maybe you should be the same, I don't know, it goes on and on and on. So I've been studying it. I'm really interested in relationship, and one thing I love is colors, because they can have relationships that you know for sure work. Like, for example, you know without a question these two things, no decision, these two things match. You know, when you're a Libra, everything is included. You never want to leave anybody out. No, because harmony, you know, even if it goes off, even if it's bad, I like it. If we could be all included and we stay together and we do it as a group, you know what I mean? I just hate that feeling when someone goes off by themselves and whispers. I hate that. Or like clicky things. When I was a teenager, I just hated that, because I just want everybody to get along. I just love when we all are together, you know. Codependency, it's my favorite thing. We're not built to be alone. We always should be in partnership. At all times. Don't you think? If you're alone for too long, it starts to feel a little scary. It's very hard for me to talk about myself. I mean, this thing's going to get really draggy if you don't start asking me questions, because I ask everybody else, why don't you tell me about you? I'm really interested in you. I'd like to know what you do when no one's looking. You know, I'm very nosy. I love to gossip. I find that fascinating. Who's in a relationship and who's not in a relationship. I could be on the phone all day long talking about other people. Just don't, you know, it's hard. You got to understand, I have a hard time. Do you know what I mean? Well, on the other hand, I can talk about me all the time. Well, not really. No. I can't. You're right. Thank you very much. See, now there's a good example of partnering. I was vague. She was clear. I surrendered. That's what a good relationship is. That's really powerful. Libra. They like relationships because it helps them get clear when the other person tells them what to do. And if they don't like it, they'll always argue with you. They like to argue. It's just fun. It's that rat-a-tat-tat thing, you know. A little tension, you know. It's hard for me to make decisions, but when I finally do, I'm very good. I'm really good at designing and jewelry and art. I'm a really good artist. I work in teams, so I've got a partner who helps me have my point of view very strong. I'm very strong. On the other hand, I'm very sensitive. I'm strong and I'm sensitive. I'm partnering. Everything for me is partnering. This is so confusing. Yes, I'm strong. I'm strong when it comes to relationship. And I'm really good at colors. And I love jewelry because I like to design it. I love to have beauty around me. I love beauty. I'm really not that good at anything, to tell you the truth. I'm sort of good. It's not that I'm not good. I am good. I'm very good as a therapist. I bring everybody out of themselves. Go ahead, talk to me. What would you like to talk about? What would you like to talk about? Anger. Well, that's funny. Anger happens when someone doesn't do what you want them to do. And then I try to pretend like it doesn't bug me. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it doesn't really bother me. And then later I get really pissed off. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be mean and I want to get mad, but I don't like disharmony. I hate disharmony. But I'm always with other people, so you got to get along with them, right? Who goes to this restaurant? I don't care where you want to go. I don't care where do you want to go. I don't care where would you like to go. I don't care anywhere. I get so pissed off because you didn't do it my way. But I won't say anything until it's too late. And then by then I'll be pissed off. But I won't tell you that either. So that was all secrets coming unveiled. Oh. When I finally get relationship going, I can get spiritual. That is where I find my greatest spiritual challenge. I really do want to understand how to harmonize with somebody some of the time. And the other half of the time I wish I was by myself. Isn't that funny? I mean, half the time I really want to be there for them, like I really want to understand them. And the other half I wish they'd go away already. Because Because if you're with somebody for too long, and they start to get to know you really, and they want you to be you, and you're busy being them, and you're trying to figure out them, and you're trying to wait for them to show up, and then it becomes your turn to show up, and you don't really know how to show up because you keep trying to do them and study relationships. It's hard. I find myself being so accommodating and so pleasing and so easy to get along with and so that I lose myself. But then when I'm with myself for too long, I find the spiritual journey, and then I end up finding that the only way on the spiritual journey to get home is through relationships. So I'm like in a circle. By myself and with someone else, by myself and with somebody. But the best, they say, now here's wisdom, is to be alone with someone else. Get it? That's profound. That's the truth of relationship. Who can you be alone with? Well, you're with somebody else. See, it's a little tricky being a Libra because there's so many points of view and there's so many angles and it gets a little confusing. But I'm very endearing. They say that I'm charming. And I really do want you to like me. So far, I haven't annoyed anybody, have I, with this sort of kind of thing? No, it doesn't bug you? Oh, great. You like me?
You like me?
A little or a lot?
A lot.
Oh, great. Thanks. Okay, just checking.